Oh, hello, bud. Well, let me check my blood sugar. You're right. He caught it. Good job. Let's get you some treats. His favorite treat for when he's right about my blood sugars is a cheese stick. Come this way. Come on. Oh, okay. Tap me. There you go. Sorry, that was mean. And my go-to treat, Sour Patch Kids. Sponsor me. Nice. Hey everyone, my name is Julia and I'm training to be a yoga teacher. I have my first class in a few days, so I am filming myself giving my first class. So I know it might be final season for you, so I hope that I'm very happy that you're watching this right now, and I hope that you find some flow in the finals frenzy. I'm a sucker for alliteration. What can I say? Okay, so what you will need is a mat, a flat surface, perhaps some padding. You can use like a blanket or an extra mat on your knees, because we'll be on our knees a lot, as an extra cushion. 2 blocks, or you can also use like 2 thick Harry Potter sized books instead, and a strap, which I forgot downstairs, so I'm gonna get. And it can be a strap, or you can also use I use a blanket, just like a smaller blanket sometimes, or you can also use a dog leash. Pick your poison, okay? So we are going to start with a centering breath to kind of reintroduce ourselves into our bodies. It's very easy for us to live with our head in the clouds and things get really busy. So taking a few grounding breaths can make a really big difference. So find a comfortable seat. I personally like to sit on a bolster because my hips are not super flexible for crisscross applesauce, but do that if that's your cup of tea. And if you have it available to you, perhaps find a spot on the wall that you can rest your back against on. We're going to be really honing in on our breath here, and so feeling that support of the wall can be really helpful when we're grounding ourselves in this way. And as you're in your comfortable seat, long spine, perhaps you close your eyes or hold a soft gaze. Noticing your shoulders and head receiving the support of the wall behind you. Or if you don't have a wall, pretending that that support is there. Shoulders melting down to the back. As you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, what do you notice? Maybe the belly rises and falls, or perhaps the ribs expand into the wall behind you. adding on to the foundation we've built for ourselves, we're going to introduce Ujjayi Pranayama, which is triumphant, victorious ocean breath. It invites us to build awareness of our energy within our bodies. So creating this ocean breath within ourselves, contract the back of your throat, creating an audible whisper, as if your breath is mimicking ocean waves, and allow the breath to be one continuous flow. In these moments of intentional stillness, we may find chitta, the frenzy of our minds. If inconvenient thoughts pass through, imagine these thoughts like floating logs in a river. Instead of grabbing onto each log and being swept away, what would it be like instead to let go of the log and let it flow away, continuing its course? This simple act is far from easy, but it is the first step to being a witness of our own mind. A mantra or an intention behind your practice today. One from the Yoga Sutras that's very much related to my life recently is, I am not the body, inhale, exhale, nor am I the mind. You are not the body, and you are not the mind. I am not the body, nor am I the mind. Or this circular motion of air can be breathing in gratitude and exhaling as we release what's no longer serving us. Finding our way back to our mat, perhaps finding that small blanket, a scarf, or a leash strap that's close by. We're going to start on our backs. We are going to hug our right knee in, our left leg extends. Hands can be resting below the knee or behind the thigh. Exploring how our thigh bone lays in our hip socket. You could be creating circles here, creating space for fluidity. Put that strap close by. Wrapping leash around the ball of the foot. Flexing our foot as if we are about and reaching the energy through our heel, as if we're making a footprint in the ceiling. And that same energy, but the bottom foot. Perhaps we reintroduce our Ujjayi breath here, breathing into places of tension. Grabbing that strap, both sides of the strap with our right hand, we're going to gently open over to the side, planting our left glute and our shoulder into the floor, keeping that length. If you're that low, perhaps you can rest your foot on a block. And back up. We can grab the strap with our other hand, gently reaching the foot to the other side, crossing over, hearts open towards the ceiling. If that's not your cup of tea today, you may also play with a supine twist, bending that knee, getting into the thoracic spine. And back to center. Same thing, other side. Creating some circles, either direction. Where does it feel crunchy today? And grabbing our strap, ball of the foot, left leg extends, right leg is out. Inhale, lengthening through the heels. Exhale, our shin, make it a little closer to our face. What parts of your body are coming in contact with the floor? And how can we root ourselves deeper here? And left hand with the strap, left leg opens, our right side roots even deeper into the floor. And back up. We may keep this straight leg in our strap, or the other option, to bend our knee to give a twist. Ooh, did y'all hear that? Focusing on that left shoulder into the floor. And hugging both knees and giving yourselves a big hug. Meet me in a table pose, so we're on all fours. Chakravakasana, cat-cow. Fingertips and toes are spread. Rooting into the mat, pressing into the floor with the top of our feet and our fingertips. On our inhale, expanding our ribs, Heart's open, crown towards the ceiling. And exhale, we make a C curve in the opposite direction, contracting our core. Shoulder blades spreading farther apart. And take a few of these at your own pace, guiding the movement with your breath. And perhaps you add movement here that feels good to you, like making clockwise and counterclockwise circles with your head and your tailbone. Maybe it could also look like going side to side, targeting the obliques. And from our table pose, feel free to give love to our wrists here. It's a lot on them, and we're going to be doing more, so take this at your own pace. We're going to thread the needle. Inhale, fingertips reaching high towards the ceiling. Pressing our other hand to the floor, and exhale, twisting the back of our arm meeting the floor. Perhaps getting a really awesome stretch in our upper back. And inhale, twist. And exhale, thread. Even if you're just holding it down there, that's great too. Whatever your practice calls for today. And on our next twist, meeting in a knee-supported half moon. So that could look like pivoting that leg to the side of the room. All four spread like we're a star. Kind of like we're in the tank. Today's the day, the sun is shining, the tank is clean. Today we are going out. Nemo reference. Finding balance here. It's okay to fall out of it as long as you get back up. Perhaps our gaze reaches towards our fingertips. And exhale back down, threading the needle on the other side. Using the floor as support, pressing into it really increases that stretch here. And half moon to the other side. Thinking about how long of a line can you create between your fingertips and the ground, and between the crown of your head to your heel. Expanding. And back down. We can go back to a Balasana, child's pose. However feels comfortable for you, arms reaching forward. Wonder if I have a hair tie. Be right back. Hang out in child's pose while I'm gone. Let's get into some rolling vinyasas. So what this flow looks like, if you've never done these before, feel free to watch the first couple or the first one. We come from Balasana. And on our inhale to table. Staying on our knees, exhale, elbows into the ribs. Chaturanga down. Inhale, baby cobra up. And exhale, back down to child's. Feel free to join along now. Focusing on the breath leading the movement here. What would inviting the Ujjayi breath look like here? This is our last one. Now you're ready, meet me back in a table. And from table, we'll dig our toes. Up we goes. Our first downward dog of the day. From the side, this is what it looks like. Pushing the same foundation that we've been building on, pushing into the floor with the balls of our feet and the tips of our fingers. As a reminder, Balasana is a practice in itself, so whenever you need to just return to child's pose, there's no judgment. It is there for you. And crawling our hands up to our fingertips, forward fold. How are our hammies feeling? Perhaps hold the elbows, nodding our head yes and no, swinging back and forth. And on our next inhale, hands on shins, spine straightens halfway up. And back down. Inhale. We're greeting the sun, arms rise above our head. And down, exhale, forward fold. Crawling out to a downward dog. Taking a full vinyasa here. So again, inhale to our plank. Having the knees meet the floor if you'd like. Exhale to chaturanga, tricep push-up. Inhale, cobra up. Butt up, exhale back to downward dog. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, coming to our plank, holding here for a few breaths. Puffing up our backs, pressing into the floor. Crown long, reaching into the front, shifting to our right wrist, side plank. Hold this as long as you'd like before meeting back down in a plank and taking your vinyasa here, whatever that looks like for you. even if it's just child's pose. Child's pose is all of our best friends. And whenever you're ready, back up to downward dog. Inhale, spine rolls to plank forward. Weight shifting into the other side, side plank. Perhaps the gaze meets your fingertips. Back down to a plank. Take your vinyasa however it looks like for you. Walking the dog out here, alternating what heels are touching the floor, getting a really nice calf stretch. Hands come back up to feet. Inhale, arms up. Excuse me. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back to the floor. Meeting in a downward dog. Right leg up towards the air 3-legged dog. What does that Ujjayi breath look like here? And on our next exhale, foot comes to the inside of your right hand. Arms rainbow up to a warrior 2. Virabhadrasana II. Fingertips lengthening to the opposite ends of the room. And side angle pose, reaching over. And reverse angle pose, arm. I'm getting cut off by the camera. Arm comes in the opposite direction, stretching the side body. And arms rainbow back down to our low lunge. Leg comes back up to a 3-legged dog. Take a vinyasa. Take your vinyasa. Meet me back in downward dog. Left leg, 3-legged dog. Pressing in through the heel like we're making a footprint on the wall behind us. On the next exhale, leg swoops to the inside of the left hand. Virabhadrasana II, left side. Hip alignment is wherever it feels natural for you. And we twist our thoracic spine to the side. Reach over for a side angle. Inhale, reverse. Back in Virabhadrasana II. And back to our 3-legged dog. Take your vinyasa here, even if that just looks like stretching the heck out of your wrists. Find a wall space. You might have to pause me and go somewhere else, but wherever you have a blank wall available to you, and you'll also need your Harry Potter book or your book. I'm going to use my bed as the wall for this. Okay, let's see. Nice, okay. We're gonna use our imaginations to pretend this is the wall. Okay, that's better. Trikonasana is kind of like we're in Warrior Two. Legs are straight, and this block will meet to the right side of your right foot. Kind of like we're in a nice little pyramid hamstring stretch here. And your butt resting against the wall, opening the shoulders away from the wall. And allow yourself to rest here and really feel the support of the wall behind you. Twisting from the middle of our spine, thoracic spine. And we're going to meet in Arhda Chandrasana, which is our peak pose of the day, half moon. We're not doing full moons here, just half, don't worry. That same block that's on the right of your foot, we're going to reach it forward to allow your hand to rest there. We're bouncing on that supporting leg, strong and straight. All four corners of the foot pressing into the floor. Now this is giving today's the day. The sun's shining, the tank is clean, and we're getting out. Half moon. If you fall out of it, perfectly okay. Just get back up and try again. Maybe the gaze reaches towards the fingertips. Feel the support of your head behind you, perhaps the heel. Feeling the support of the wall behind you. All right. Be careful getting up. I got a little lightheaded. Other side. Trikonasana, triangle pose. That block outside of our foot. Twisting. Whenever you're ready, let's go to that Arhda Chandrasana against the wall. How much room can we make for our bodies here? How far can you expand? And whenever you're ready, come back to your mat. I am going to put myself over here. Okay, are we ready? We're going to do it on the mat. Okay. So, keeping that block close by, I'll guide you through it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching over the legs. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, forward fold. Meet me in a downward dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Virabhadrasana II, right side. Rooted expansion is our focus here, folks. Finding that block close by, outside of our right leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Whenever you're ready, let's explore that half moon on the mat. As the rooting ourselves as though that wall is there behind us. If you fell out of it, that's okay. Just get back up and try again. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Yeah. Sometimes okay. You did not sign up for a Hannah Montana concert, although I know you are very entertained. We are going to try. All right. Meet me at the back of your mat. We're going to try again. Oh, I know. Maverick's so excited. Inhale, breathing up. Exhale. Forward fold. Oh, if only everyone was as blessed to have a golden retriever butt in their face. Inhale, halfway up. Move. Exhale. Forward fold. Sorry, he's covering the microphone. Downward dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Meeting the inside, whoa, of our left leg. Lunge to Virabhadrasana. I know, Virabhadrasana II on the left side. Creating strength in our pose here. Finding our block. Whoa, don't get too far ahead. I went ahead, whoops. Trikonasana, triangle pose. On each inhale, we lengthen. On each exhale, we root ourselves further into the floor. Then you know what's coming. Arhda Chandrasana, half moon. Again, imagining the wall is still there supporting us. And if you need that wall, go back to it. Go back to it. As you come, oh, stay there for a few breaths, however long you went for that. Cool? Okay. We're gonna go back to, we're on our cool down now. Don't worry, guys. Whoa. Oh my gosh. You're crazy. Hey. Ah! He's trying to get a tennis ball that's stuck in a plant. Downward dog, folks. Right leg goes into a three-legged dog. And from here, you have the option to stack your hips and bend the knee, opening the psoas. Almost like you're trying to create a footprint in the other side of the wall. It's a great opening stretch for the side body. Back up to three-legged dog. We're going to do 3 knee to elbows and meet in a pigeon after. So on our exhale, contracting as if we're doing cat, knee to elbow. And back up. Okay, 3rd time's a charm, knee to elbow. Finding ourselves in a pigeon. That front knee bent, left leg straight behind us. If you find that there's a lot of space or an uncomfortable amount of space between your glute and the floor, throw a block there, throw a book or a blanket. I always love rolling up a blanket as well. That's actually what I'm going to do right now. We're going to be here for a little while. This, I thought, used to be a godforsaken stretch for me, so I've grown to love it the more I've practiced it. If you're choosing to bend forward, wanting to rest your head on a block, bringing the earth up to you could be really nice. Or perhaps you're laying all the way forward. Your hands can be in a cup, a bowl, as a symbol of an offering. I don't know where that red blinky thing came from. I had to turn my camera off because it was getting overheated. Hi, Mav. You want to come back? Come back. Come hang out with me. Come on. And whenever you're done with that pigeon, unfold yourself back to a downward dog. We're going to do the other side. Left leg up, 3-legged dog. Stacking the hips, bending the knee. There goes my microphone. Three-legged dog. Are we ready for our taps? Knee to elbow taps. We go 1. Using the breath to motivate the movement here. Resting that knee down to the floor for a pigeon. Maybe bringing that block to rest our head forward. Or using a blanket to support your hip. You can hear my really crusty allergy breath here. Cute. All right, back to a child's pose. Here's the time of class where I offer time to explore movements that maybe I didn't offer today. Perhaps some more chest opening, so a nice option for that can be coming down to our bellies. And I'm learning Sanskrit. Salamba Bhujangasana, Sphinx pose. On our bellies, elbows rooted into the floor, shoulders rolling back as if, excuse me, you are pushing yourself forward through your hands, creating a undefended heart towards the front of the room. Rolling our shoulders a bit, maybe playing with movement here. Another option I love for moving onto our backs. Bringing both of the knees in, abdomen grunted. Grabbing the outside of our feet, the outside of our thighs, or the big toes. I'm doing happy baby as well. Kind of playing with that, what that looks like here. It can be anything you want it to be. Maybe massaging that lower back. As we roll to the floor, this one's a great hip opener. Or even if it's just giving yourself a big hug with your knees, that can be very grounding. And thanking yourself for taking an hour out of your day to pour into yourself. And we've come to that time, my favorite part of teaching a yoga class, Svasana, which is our final resting pose. Laying on our backs onto the mat. You might want to have a rolled up blanket by your knees to give a little support there, or even laying on a blanket in the lower back. Whatever is comfortable for you to lay for about 15 minutes. I meant 10. I don't know where 15 came from. So resting back in Shavasana. I know I'm sitting up, but you're laying down and I can't see you, so you have your privacy. Filling the belly up with air and expelling it completely. Noticing the current of your present mental state. How does it feel different since an hour ago? Releasing any tension in your jaw, your neck, as if your skin was a weighted blanket over your body. Relaxing the muscles in the face. I'll come back in a few moments. reintroducing yourself to some deep breaths, deep belly breaths. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, creating circles with our wrists and our ankles. Slowly reawakening the body to conquer the rest of the day. Maybe that's a full body stretch with your arms stretched above your head, your legs stretched out. Roll it, picking one side, curling up into a ball. Remembering that everyone in our lives started here. And before you rise back up to a seat, think of the person you want to be when you rise back up again. Finding one last comfortable seat. We're going to share one final breath. Hands can be in a Unjali mudra, a prayer posture of gratitude. We'll release your full exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me, and I hope that you found some stillness in what can be a really chaotic time for some of us. So, sending all my love. See ya.